Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Trading Room for Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, that's all the disclosure today. Just one session. Crude is in a short, right back up at the entry again. Out within one tick of money management. YM in the long has gone too far, so we'll look for a new setup there. Soybeans triggered into a long. That's a valid get in sync. Unleaded has a possible short trade. Nothing on the pound Aussie or the micro Russell. YM with a short. That will be a get in sync trade. Crude in the short. Unleaded with a pending short. Soybeans and the YM both with get in sync trades. YM with a get in sync short. Soybeans with a get in sync long. Those will start their trade plan sessions at 8:30 Central. They're both traded out of Chicago. Start time on those coming up in a little over a minute. Minute 10. Crude down, testing the 200 again. 64.44. $40 seconds to market open. No change in the situation. YM already moving, and hey, soybeans bounces up. So right now we got get in syncs on both of those. Not quite into our session yet. 5 seconds. Short setup on the micro Russell. Should be time to enter that. Market's open. I'm down one. Looks like it's going to be 24.5. Yep. YM went too far. Soybeans came back. That stops out. Way too fast to have executed, so that trade is avoided. Micro Russell in the short. YM is flat. Soybeans is flat. Unleaded still the pending short. Crude in the short. Money management on the Micro Russell. And an intra-bar stop out. That one could be have stopped out right there at break even for our first trade. Still nothing on the YM or on soybeans. Long trade on the Micro Russell. That's being our trading vehicle right now, it looks like. Wow, that was another intra-bar break even. Short trade. This one looks like it may come back up and stop us out. One tick. Fine. Yeah, it's the same trade we had before. Short trade on soy, or short setup on soybeans is valid. And we do get a full stop out on the Micro Russell. And long trade coming up. There it is. That went through, I believe, 2 fast bears, so we've got a chance to get in it. There's money management, I believe. No, I needed to go up 2. It's going to be 30.2, and I think, well, no, it may have hit it. Yeah, hit it on the nose, and that's another intra-bar break even, so that's 3 break evens and a loss. 4 trades already. Crude still in the short. Unleaded still has the pending short. Soybeans has a pending short. YM in a long trade. Filtered short. Long is a full stop out. That wasn't nice of it. $39 tick risk, so we're down 78. And there is a short trade on the Micro Russell. Needs 1. It's going to be 25 flat. Soybeans triggers into its short. Soybeans is now short. YM has a short setup that did not trigger and canceled before coming back down to the entry. So not No trade there. So YM is flat. And crude makes it to money management. So it will come down to 48. Actually, we would come to 51. That's 50, so 51 would be right there. Yeah. There is target 1 also, so now I would bring it to 48. Not going to let the trailing position go negative. And the YM doesn't get target because we were going to target 2 on that because of the size. There's only 19 ticks to target 1, so it just missed target 2. Looks like it missed target 2 by 1 or 2. Target 2 is 289. We got as low as, well, let's see. No, we didn't get that close. We got target 1 on the nose, but didn't. So we get a couple of ticks, but that's all. It looks like we'll come to 47 on the crude trailer. And there is the stop move to 37. This is going to be a POQ trade. Nothing on the pound Aussie. The micro Russell picking up target 4 and a strong trailer here. Lots going on, so bouncing around, not necessarily staying real current. Unleaded triggers into the short. $21.1 for this trailer on the micro Russell. Long trade on the YM. Okay, that's big enough for target 1. Not looking good on the YM, and that's a second full stop out. And target 2 on crude. That ends the session, picking up 17 and 27, 44 ticks. So one and done session on crude. Just took a while to get there. We have target 1, or money management and target 1 on unleaded. Stop now at 391. Target 1 traders pick up 53 ticks. And the entry was 397. So we've got 6 ticks in hand on the trailer already. Micro Russell, nice winner here. New session lows for the Micro Russell and the YM. I need a space to drop the unleaded chart. Actually, I can put that over. I'll put that over crude for the moment, so we can take a look. And looks like, yeah, that is a valid trade on the micro NQ, and it's setting new session lows as well. So the micro NQ and the micro Russell trailing nicely. This is first trade for the micro NQ. Big win there. Big win on micro Russell. Short trade on YM. So we got there 28 to target 1. It's big enough. Soybean still short. YM is short. Unleaded is short. Unleaded stop now at 386. Micro Russell short hasn't changed, still at 17.1. Micro NQ stops out on the trailer at 447 flat. Win number 1 on the first trade. Micro Russell moving again. 16.1. $15.6. And this is trade number 5 on the Micro Russell. 3 break evens and a loss. That very easily cancels out the loss. YM trying to set new session lows. And there is a stop and reverse. 236 looks like. Yeah, actually 238. No, yeah, 236. 236. And that's going to be an entry at 236. Long trade on the Micro NQ. YM with target 28 ticks on the long trade. Fourth trade and stopping out at break even. Right, yeah, 241. 239, excuse me. Short on the micro Russell. And that has gotten the money management. Not quite to target, and it's a break even. So that's the final trade on the micro Russell. 4 break evens, 1 loss, 1 win. Definitely a positive session. Micro NQ still surviving in the long. Unleaded. 381 for the stop. I will put unleaded over here over the micro Russell since that's done with its 6 trades. So keep an eye on what crude is doing. Money management for micro NQ. Still nothing on the pound Aussie. Soybean still short. Micro NQ testing a 50 EMA. No worse than a break even on this one. Crude still in that short trade. Got us power of quitting. Getting 2 fixed targets. Short trade on the YM. Into that one. I'm pretty sure that's going to be over. Yeah, 32 tick targets. Plenty large. Looking to get back down to the session lows. And is this going to be? And the 6th trade on the YM is at full loss. Losing session on the YM. Targets 2 and 3 in hand. Looking for target 4 on the micro NQ. Just a second trade, 2 wins. Unleaded. Starting to pull back up. YM with another short trade. We are done with that trade plan. We got our 6 trades, and very definitely a losing session. 3 full losses, a stop and reverse, break even, and a winner. So we did a break. Yeah, that was just a break even. Good time to be out of the YM. Out of sync price action. Target 4 on the micro NQ and trailing at 498.5. Another big trade in the micro NQ. 2 nice Really strong trades. Both through target 4. First one got the trailer well beyond target 4. This one's got the trailer up almost to target 4. Soybean still hanging around the moving averages in the short. And the micro NQ stops out, transitions to a short trade. Oh, wonderful. And there's money management. That's target 2. I'll leave that up there. Target 2 hit. Looking for target 3. That's close, but that's not exact. That's not quite target 3. And there's target 3. And we are trailing. So that's win number 3. One more win or 3 more trades. Target 3. And we will move down to target 4 now. Unleaded still in the short trade. Target 1 traders are going to be done. Target 2 traders looking for needing target 2 to make this a POQ. 373 for the trailer. $466.5 for the micro NQ trailer. Under 6 minutes to the 10 o'clock crude mini session. Please do say hello in the chat. Soybeans is still short. Pound Aussie is flat. Unleaded still in its short as well. And micro NQ stops out of the short. Shows a long there. No trigger. Touches the stop. So the trade is still valid. And we have a did we get a stop out there? 373. Yep. We got the stop out, and it looks like we may have gotten the long. Yeah, we're back in the long now on unleaded. Target 2 traders only. Target 2 traders got a nice long, nice size. $397 to $371, $373. So 24 ticks, 40 plus 48 for target 2 traders. Target 1 traders got 53 and 24 plus 77. Micro NQ long trade canceled. Now we have a short trade. One more win would end the session. Almost to money management. Unleaded is long. Micro NQ is short. Soybeans is short. Lime is done. Crude is done. Micro Russell is done. Crude 10 a.m. mini session coming up. Break even on the, now we take a full loss on the short, break even on the long. One trade remaining, and it's a short. Win, lose, or draw. This is our last trade. On the YN, or down the Micro NQ. YM is already finished. We are in our 10 a.m. mini session for crude. Looking for a new trade. And trade number 6 is a full loss. So we take two losses, 3 wins, and a break even on Micro NQ. 3 wins definitely are going to offset those 2 losses. No question there. So that's going to be a positive session. Bring the unleaded chart back down there where it belongs. We'll follow that and the crude chart. Soybean still in its first trade, short. Unleaded in a long trade for target 2 traders only. Crude looking for its first trade of the 10 a.m. mini session. Okay, we've got oversold readings, so close above the balance line. We'll set up a long here for crude. Unleaded, trying to get to money management. That getting to money management would make this a power quitting trade. That would be the second money management trade, and definitely will be positive at the close of this trade. Entry at 376, money management at 312 or 412. We got as high as 402. Now 409 is 3 ticks away. High was 410, excuse me. There we go. Yep, high was 410, so we got within 2 ticks of money management. Didn't get there. Didn't get our long trade on crude either. And we're close enough in proximity. We could get a trade off the 20 SMA. This will be a blue trade. Not setting up on this bar, but the next bar. Assuming that we do close down on the next bar. Same situation on the pound Aussie as we have on crude on the opposite direction. Close below the balance line will give us a short trade. Now let's see. $4.098. 412.5. That's me. 410. Yeah, that has the possibility for a trade off the 20 SMA to the long side. Make sure I have add-on trades turned on here because this is going to be an add-on. If we go short. if this closes up, I believe it will give us a long trade because it's going to close above the balance line on crude. There's our short trade. That triggers in. All right. Stop and reverse to a short on unleaded. That's going to be 359. From 376, 17 ticks, we lose 34. Still positive by 14. So a money management trade here will still get us power of quitting. Ten a.m. crude mini session is in a short. Unleaded is in a short also. And we stop out of the early short trade. So now we'll definitely have to track this one fully manually. There is a short trade on the pound Aussie. First actionable target is target 2. And there's a stop at 436. Long trade on crude canceled. Possible. We never did get it on full contract. It's gone too many bars without the setup, so need another set of exhaustion dots to get the new trade. It was a fun trip. Glad to be back, Mark. Now you had some questions about NinjaTrader, I believe, correct? Yeah, the 9 o'clock trade on crude setup actually was a get in sync for me on Spotlight, and just finished on the trailer, but it had gotten both targets uh, around 9:30. Ten a.m. mini sessions in this short trade, which is an add-on because the calculator was still tracking the original early short. One close above the balance line on the pound Aussie. Soybeans right down around its short entry. I don't normally use the super dome. I have it open as a fallback if I need to replace some orders or something like that, but primarily I chart trade. But I do use the dome for a few things, one of which is manually track trades. Stop and reverses. Some of that is personal preference. For me, my personal preference is I will place the reversing trade and then move my stop to that level, to the entry of the reversal. Some people do it the other way around. Move the stop to the reversing entry and then place a new trade. The problem I see with that is you have to place the new trade a tick or two off of where you want it to be, and then move it to that location once you already have the stop placed there. So that I do it the way I do it, so I only have one. I just have the new order entry and one stop and the stop move, rather than having to move the stop, place the new order, and then move it to the right spot. Not particularly. The only trick then is canceling the stop and reverse if you need to, and that you can basically you do with a right click on your, because you've got two orders sitting there, one of which is the stop that you don't want to cancel because that's going to cancel your targets for the existing trade. I don't use any keystrokes. Well, no, all of mine, in chart trading, all of what I do is with the mouse. Let's see. I've got chart trading enabled here on this crude, so let me put that in. I will put in sell stop. 13. Yeah, 13 is right for that. And we'll see if I can follow that. But that would be, I would place the reversing trade exactly the same way. I place the reversal entry just like that, except I do it as a stop market rather than stop limit. And then I just have to click, and it's just a matter of click the order and move it for wherever the stop for that would need to come back to. So I'd end up with both orders, both the entry and the stop order at the same place. But everything was done with the mouse. I don't have to use any keystrokes. Right, all of my orders are placed with a right click. That gives me the context menu you just saw. That's a right click, and then you can select what your order is. If you need, if the price had gone beyond to do a sell limit, or it would actually be a buy limit. We're doing a buy stop limit on this. Actually, no, yeah, that's where I was just had. I've got a sell stop limit on it now. But you put your cursor on the price you want to place the order, then right click and select your order right there. And it just triggered in. So I'll put my stop where it belongs. I got that marker in the wrong place. Yeah, there we go. That's where it belongs. That's what that is. So there is your trade. That's going to be, this is just a left click to move them. Click on the order bar, move it to the location you want, and click again, and that's it for chart trading. tracking that trade manually, unleaded. Ooh, I wasn't watching that. That's another stop and reverse there. Entry at 91, so that's going to be 96. Stop and reverse. And it did trigger. So we are long. So that was 96 from 59. That is a filtered long trade. That is crossover filter keeping us out of the long there, reversal. And we did get a short on the pound Aussie. Small trade. Target 3 is our first actionable target on this one. So 59 to 96, 37, 74, and we were up 14, so we're down 60. Target 2 traders only. Target 1 was done. Now we'll go ahead and bring up the chart trader window here. I did have 2 contract fixed set up as my ATM strategy. So I've got 2 fixed targets and no trailer. I find chart trading faster than the dome or the matrix for me. So I can get into or out change orders quicker using chart trading most of the time. I don't think there are any videos for doing the Renko charts with NinjaTrader. There is a write-up that I did that I think for translating the custom Renko on TradeStation to using Unirenko on NinjaTrader. And I believe Troy has that posted in the Catapult owner sites. I suspect it's in Catapult Extreme. It was done before Extreme came out, and he probably has posted that in the cloud control as well, but I'm not sure. I would have to go back and find those because it's been a while since I did those write-ups. But I know that they're in at least some of the Catapult owner sites. What you have to do is install the Unirenko Ninja script, and that will give you the Unirenko bar type when you select the bar type. And that's where you would put the parameters in is the bar type. So let's see. M2K is one of my Unirenko charts. This is a Catapult RT. This was based on the RT1. Yeah, that's the one that's the document I'm talking about. And that gives you, that's a good primer on how to set up the Renko bars using Unirenko. Under data series, you see the bar type is Unirenko. That's where it will show up here, down here in alphabetical order. But once you install Unirenko in NinjaScript, this is where it will show up. And then you tick trend, open, offset, tick reversal, those are parameters. And I just use days back. I'm not using an anchor. Using an anchor date is not a bad idea with Renko bars. So unleaded is long. Looks like Pound Aussie got to money management. Unleaded is long, crude is short on the add-on trade. And we have a potential stop and reverse hit mark. Here you go. So plotted trade is at 26. Stop and reverse would be 28. Right click, I put a stop mark, buy stop market. Left click on my original stop and put it in, and the hit all happened that quick, and now it's reversed into the stopping to the long. Correct my stop and my targets. That's how quick it is. That's it. You just saw why I like to do it the way I do. Because it's fast. So 28 was my entry, so I'll put that marker line there. And target 3 on the pound Aussie. So that's going to be a one and done session for the pound Aussie. Getting close to money management for unleaded. We're going to need to get a target though for this one. So with that small trade on the pound Aussie, I would have put 2 positions at 3, 2 positions at 4, and 1 trail. There was an example of a stop and reverse and how I do it. And that one did reverse. All right, unleaded, it's money management. So instead of the stop at 392, it'll be 397 because of the stop and reverse adjustment. That's the way I do it. Now I need target 2. Target 2 reward is 45 ticks. Now that will get me within 15. So we went from, let's see, we were in this trade. Went from 13 to 28. It's 15, 30 ticks on the stop and reverse. So we're down, we're down 30. And we've got and actually, I need to do that. So money management will actually be target 1. We got 10 and 17. Unleaded came back down to test the 50. Crude pulling back toward the balance line of the 20, being rejected at the 50. And we get target 4 on the pound Aussie. There is our stop. That's going to be at looks like 0417. Yep. Okay, Mark, did you get a chance to see the stop and reverse happen on crude? Now, Aussie stop moves down again. 416. All right. Unleaded stop now moves up to 98. So we can start using the trailer there. Crude's not sure. And still got 3 charts running. That was nice of Crude to give us an example of a stop and reverse when that's what you were asking about. And stopping out at 98. All right. You too, Mark. I'm showing a good connection on the outbounds. Recording should be pretty clear. Okay, unleaded stopped out at 98, so that's 2 ticks, 4 ticks, so we're down 56. Pound Aussie has moved on down the stop again. 413. No, 413. I might go up to, I wouldn't go 416. I might go 414, 415. Even though that's a key level. Let's see what we got here. So we've got 2 at 14 ticks is 28. 2 at 18 is 36. Get to 64 ticks, or 64 pips so far on the targets for the Pound Aussie. Now we've got 18 to, we've got 5 pips on the trailers so far. Let's see what we can get out of that. Looks like we'll come to 411 on the close of this bar. That will be another 2 pips. I got it. The reason that long was valid, because if you notice that set up on the magenta bar, that was the 8th bar after the crossover. So that was the boundary for the crossover filter. On crude. That's right. 4 charts still active. 3 of them with trades at the moment. Not much. Then pound Aussie, yeah, pound Aussie moved down to 411. So that brings us to 7 pips on the trailer. And another stop in reverse. This one is, let's see, we've got 1, 2 trades. This will be trade number 3. And what rules that I use? Yeah, that one cut the loss. Both of them came close to cutting it in half. So I will go ahead and take this third one. 14, we're going to come down to 12. So we'll put in a sell stop market. Move the stop up to that sell stop market. We've got a 16 tick risk from 28 to 12 on that stop and reverse. So that's a possible 32 tick loss. There is a new long trade on unleaded. $4.26 for the entry. Looks like we'll move to 07 on the the close of this bar. For the pound Aussie, 407 for the trailer. That would be another 4 pips. That will make it 11 pips on the trailer. So far, we're still in long trade on crude. Still short soybeans. And we are now long on unleaded as well. Short pound Aussie. Trailer our only remaining position in pound Aussie. This would be perfect if we will go ahead and cancel the stop and reverse on crude, and you'll have both stop and reverse that executes and cancellation. And there's the stop move. 407. $11 pips on the trailer, 75 total on the trade so far. Next stop move looks like it's going to be a 402. Maybe 401. We'll have to see. Right at the moment, actually, 403 is where it would be right now. So it'll be another four pips. And now we're at 402, 401. I don't believe it's going to move far enough. Yeah, it's not going to move far enough to get below 401. So. There's the stop move down to 401. So that's another 6 pips, 17 total. 81 pips for the trade. All right, we've got one close above the balance line on crude. This bar closes above the balance line. We will cancel the stop and reverse. But I can go through that anyway. To cancel it, all right, you know, the pink order is our just straight sell stop. Red, that's our entry. Red is our original stop. So you have the two X's over here. Those are our handles for cancellation. So to cancel the stop and reverse, I'm going to cancel the entry order. Just click on the X. You have two choices with the stop. Leave it alone or move it back to the original. So we haven't actually shouldn't actually cancel that yet. So I'm going to sell stop market at 12 and move my original stop back to 12. That's setting up the stop and reverse and canceling it. Got to get a little bit lower before we're going to get below 401. Where the balance line is on pound Aussie, stop is going to stay at 401. Based on the balance line right now, we're looking at 0398. That would key level to 401 because it's a major key level. And we unleaded has gotten to money management and is almost at target two. In fact, there's target 2. 462. And we got hit it on the nose. That's 36 ticks. We're down 56. So down 20. We have one in hand on the trailer, so we need another 20 ticks, another 19 ticks on the trailer. All right. We did not move the stop on that bar. This next bar, assuming it closes below the balance line, which it appears, no, it's headed up too. So as long as it closes below the balance line, 203.92356, 396 would be the stop if it closes below the balance line. If it closes above the balance line, it'll stay where it is at 401. We did get a second close above the balance line on crude, so the stop and reverse cancels. And I'm gonna put that back at the original stop. Stop to 429 on unleaded. Soybean still hadn't gone anywhere. Still right around the moving averages and the entry. And up through target 2 solidly this time for unleaded. Target 1 on crude. We're going to be down 1. Yep. There's target 2 on crude. We can take one more. Let's see. Yeah, we can take one more trade. That's just 2 trades. And there's a stop move on the pound Aussie. Comes down to 396. It's another 5 pips. $22 pips in hand. That makes it 90. That's 86 pips on the trade net. If we stop out at the current trailing stop. Wow. There's a solid move on unleaded. 449. From 426. 23. So that will get us positive for target 2 traders. That was work. Target 1 traders actually will have done better today unless we get a big trailer here. We have to get a 100 pip trailer here, 100 tick trailer, which is possible. All right. We can't. Okay, yeah, we're done with the 10 a.m. mini session because it's now after 11. In fact, that stop and reverse would have canceled about the 3rd bar. We'd have canceled that and just made it an exit point because we hit the 11 o'clock hour. And so with that, soybeans is still right at the entry, so I'm not going to stick around and follow that. Pound Aussie, solidly positive. It's going to be POQ for the day, as is unleaded. Crude ending 1 tick negative on the session, on the 10 a.m. mini session. Positive on 9, so a positive day. Overall, solid day. So, with that, unless there are questions or comments, I'm going to call it a day. Good examples of stop and reverse and canceling on crude today. We will see everybody on Tuesday. Regular schedule next week. Yeah, no holidays next week to worry with. So everybody have a good one, and we will see you next Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Good trading tomorrow and Monday.